Jones is my last name, it's my family name. But, you know, Jones is like my alter ego. Jones is who I am when I'm on stage. He's cocky, he's arrogant, he's adventurous. You know, you never know what he's gonna do. You know, you either hate him or love him. You know, it's that type of relationship. You're just gonna love Jones or you're gonna hate him. I mean, he's selfish to a certain extent because you have to be in this industry. You gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, you get what you want, what you need, you're getting through the doors you need to get through. But he's very generous, you know, with his team, with his family, with his friends, and all the people who supports him. He's a great friend. He's flashy. Above all, he's really flamboyant, really flashy. Not over the top, but he loves the spotlight. The spotlight in the club, the spotlight on stage. He just likes to be the center of attention, you know. And that can sometimes cause trouble. But, you know, I mean, that's who he is. That's what defines him. That's what makes him Jones. I remember being a kid, and we always had a stereo in the living room. A record player, tape deck, CD player, you know, as technology progressed. But we always had music in the living room, and that was the central area where everybody would congregate, everyone would dance, talk, play, and I remember my parents playing music. I can't remember any one particular songs. You know, I'm an 80s baby, so, you know, I first started to fall in love with music per se when Criss Cross came out. That was my thing. They had their little dance. I could do the dance, and you know, that was it for me. You know, I knew the song, I could do the dance, and you know, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm wearing my pants backwards and everything. You know, that's when I really first became attached to rap. That's when it was cool for me. That's when it was fun for me, and I felt like, you know, this is something that I can do. I can relate to it. You know, my older brother used to rap, and he would rap in front of everyone, and I would look like, oh man, that's cool. You know, look at the attention he's getting. Look how the people react to it. And then there's not a lot of people who can do it good. You know, you play basketball, everybody plays ball. You draw, everybody draw. But everybody couldn't rap back then, or wasn't good at it. You know, and that kind of sparked something inside of me, like, man, what can I do like that? You know, so I remember writing my first rap. You know, rapping it to myself, being too shy to rap. You know, there were other people in my neighborhood who would rap, and you know, that it was all cool, but you know, I wasn't there yet. You know, and I remember rapping the first rap I wrote for my friend Willie Sapp. And Willie was like, oh man, that's crazy. I can still remember the rap right now. There was a lot of N-words in there, but everybody was tripping. Oh man, that's good, and the way it made me feel. You know, I mean, at that point in my life, I never felt that way about anything else. I never got that kind of respect, that kind of love and attention and appreciation from people. You know, so that feeling, it was infectious. It was like, man, I want that again. And in the cafeteria and school, you know, you always had the guys that would beat on the tables, you know, with the pens and their hands and make the music. You know, so I would go and sit with them, and I would rap the raps I wrote, and they would love it. I would get this crazy reaction. So it started off, a couple people at the end of the table, you know, making beats and stuff like that, making music, rapping. Next thing you know, the table is full of people. And, you know, it went from the table being full of people to everybody in the lunchroom coming over to listen to us. And then it progressed into battling, like, who's better, my rap or your rap? And I remember battling in high school, and it got to the point to where the whole cafeteria would be our audience. Everybody. Only a couple of people would still eat, but everyone would be watching us. The administrators would come at one point. The campus police would come at one point, because it would get out of hand. People would skip class or skip the other lunch to come when they heard about the battles, and I would go at everybody. That right there is what made me feel like, you know what, I might have something here. You know, it didn't matter where I went. Everybody would always go crazy. So I'm like, you know what, this might be for me. And that's just what made me want to do it more and more and more. And that's when it kind of triggered and started off like, you know, maybe I might have a future in it. So you can't really categorize it. And I mean, it's hip hop, it's rap because I'm rapping, although I do sing. But I can't really categorize it and describe it. I mean, if anything, if I was going to say anything, I would say it's fun, it's creative, it's original, and it's inspiring. I'm really performing for the people right here in the front. You know, I love the ladies at my shows. I get the most feedback from the ladies. They're screaming, they're going crazy, because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna pull my hair down, I'm gonna take off my shirt, throw it in the crowd, and from then on, it's all about the women. You know, so you're gonna hear a lot of screaming. You're gonna see t-shirts and tank tops flying everywhere. A lot of hair in your face, and a lot of energy. And my hype man is crazy. You know, my hype man, who's also like my right hand, he's crazy. His name is Mira. You know, Mike. You know, that's my man right there. Me and him get together on stage, it is magic. He's on top of the speaker, I'm on the stage. I'm pulling the girl up out of the crowd, he's jumping in the crowd. You know, we're total polar opposites, and when we come together, it's just a lot going on. You know, it's a fun show, it's a fun experience. I'm not a part of a rap group, but we are a clique. We're trying to create a movement. My team, or my movement, is called UFO, and that stands for Uniting for Orlando, UFO Entertainment. Because here in Orlando, if you notice Atlanta, markets like Atlanta, Houston, New York, you know, West Coast, even Miami and Tampa, they have their own movement, they have their own brand, their own culture, their own dances, their own sounds, their own styles of music. They have these things going for them, and that's because they support their local talent. The DJs play the music, the radios play the music, the promoters let them perform, they put them on the flyers, you know, and because of that, you know, you grow a culture, you know, and then you create a movement, you know, that goes far beyond that city. And I feel like no one from here, we don't have that because we don't have unity. You know, so UFO is about unity. That's what the whole movement is about. And I wanted people to know it. I wanted it to be in the name. I wanted it to be so no one can forget it. This is what we stand for. This is what we're about, unity. We're going to lead by example. We're going to unite a group of very talented individuals born and raised or from Orlando or in Orlando, period. We're going to come together. We're going to lead by example, and we're going to show you how powerful unity is. And, you know, that's UFO. That's my movement, man. Shout out to all my team. I love them guys, man. I mean, we were all friends for years before everything. You know what I'm saying? Fresh, Mira, Deuce, you know what I'm saying? Keith, Focus One, Tay Baby, you know, Crucial, Goose. Oh man, Goose is disgusting. Goose and Fresh, you know, Jermaine, you know, that's the internet radio. He has an internet radio station. We like, you know, just a band of bandits. You know, we just out here trying to make it. We're gonna stick together. We're gonna run through the city. We're gonna do everything we can. We're promoting, we're dancing, we're rapping, we're acting, we're singing, we're writing music. We're doing everything.